Hey everyone, this is Mistress Mara, and this week I would like to talk about domming versus topping. Now, I recently got a client who wanted to be introduced to BDSM. He always had tendencies throughout high school about being bullied by two girls and having to take off his clothes or have his clothes taken from him, not being able to do anything about it. They held him down after swim team and embarrassed the hell out of him. Through communications with his emails and after a meet and greet was scheduled, we talked about his interests. He was interested in spanking, especially over the knee, but I think he is more looking for somebody to talk to further his exploration into BDSM. As a professional dominant, I am happy to announce that I don't always have to have dominant sessions. As a professional, I feel like I have the experience to be able to teach others who are new to BDSM what they can potentially have an affinity for, such as spanking, and introduce other implements to them as well because they have no experience. This guy is in his 40s to 50s and this is his first time. Age doesn't matter to me because everybody has different points in their lives that they experience certain things, and this is his time. Luckily for him, I've had a few years to be able to really get to know the implements, really get to become an expert in reading a person's body, seeing and being able to hear without them talking if they like something or not. And so we had our first session this past week, the day after our meet and greet actually, and it went really well. I feel like he might have been a bit nervous at first, which is completely normal, but I was very calm and spoke pretty much like this, where I led him through different types of spanking. I checked in with him every so often to make sure that he was doing okay, that the pressure was okay. He didn't want any marks left, so every time I started seeing some abrasion on the skin, I would massage it out. Now he's interested in trying other things. Towards the end of the session, I offered to try a leather strap on him because it was similar to spanking but had a different texture and different intensity. He liked a leather paddle. Did not like floggers, unfortunately, because that's one of my favorite implements to use because it could be sensual on the body. Well, he did like that part, but he didn't like the stinginess of the tails, and it left more marking on his back and on his butt than hand spanking did. That's okay though, because that's his preference, and even though I'm the one guiding the scene, I respect his limits and I respect what he will not take the next time. Caressing and aftercare is something that I really like to do, especially if somebody's new. I like to make sure that they feel taken care of and that they're rewarded for going through some pain. He offered to massage me, but I felt like for this first session for him, I paid more attention to his body and to what he could experience. That's not to say he didn't massage my legs as I was walking around him on the horse, trying to kind of ease him back into reality. This first session was a gift because I wanted him to feel safe. This power exchange is not just about pain or control. That's a big part of it, but it's also a dynamic between two human beings. In his case, we haven't done pet play, but he definitely had a kick out of a couple of stories about other subs of mine who are into pet play. As a newbie, I feel like if this is you and you are interested in trying BDSM, try a bunch of different things because you don't know if you'll like something until you try it. This guy could take heavy spankings. Like, I was going easy on him at first, but I didn't hear any whimpering, and so I went harder. And then I asked him if he was okay. He was good. It stung, but he said it feels surprisingly pleasurable. So I kept going and I went harder and harder. He's a very, very solid medium to heavy, and we didn't know that until I started smacking him around. So try a bunch of different things. Go to dominants who are open to guiding you through tools, guiding you through a scene that doesn't have to necessarily do with dominance, but doesn't necessarily have to do with service either. It's more kind of experiencing BDSM, whether it's bondage, some sort of dominance in the sense where I get to tell you when to take off your clothes. Anyway, that is all I have for this week. Like, comment, and subscribe to my links below, and I will catch you next time. Be safe and have fun.